Today we're going to take a look at the Acid Rain World by Toys Alliance Shea figure.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Alright guys, so here is the packaging for Shea. You can see here she's got some great box art. Looks like she's out in the desert or somewhere. She's got some ripped stockings there. Looks like she's carrying a shotgun. Very cool. This is my only my second female Acid Rain World figure, and I did get her off Pia Club. This is, picking her up was kind of staying along the lines of my goals for this year of growing my Acid Rain collection, and she sort of checks off several boxes because she is a female. She is Acid Rain, and I picked her. There are a few other females there on PA Club, but the overall deciding factor was she was actually fairly cheap. I think she was $34 or $35, which as far as Acid Rain figures go, that's pretty reasonable. I think 35 is the lowest I've ever seen an Acid Rain figure. So she was, I guess you could say she was cheap as far as Acid Rain goes. So it was nice to be able to check off those boxes. She's female, she's Acid Rain, and she was a bit of a saver. So I did pick her up. You can see here that looks like her crate that she's in is like a tan or a desert sort of color, which is different than all the other ones that I've gotten. So we'll get her open now and take a look inside. All right, so let's get Shea open, see what she's all about. And it is one of those nice cases. Right there, let's see, it looks like she's got several guns. Looks like 2 pistols, a shotgun, and a big knife, and a helmet. Looks like the same helmet that is right there. And here she is. Packaging. Take a quick look. Yeah, she looks good. So yeah, this is only the second female I have. So I'm not too knowledgeable of them. Her knees are real tight. I can tell her knees are real tight. I don't know if I'm going to get a bend out of them. A little bit. Probably arms seem okay. Waist is pretty good. Hips are good. It's just her knees. She's got double hinged knees and a rocker ankle, and her knees are just really tight. So I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. I might heat her up off camera here. But yeah, she looks pretty good. I'm not quite sure. I think this is one of the, an older Acid Rain figures. Older meaning more than a year or so. I'm not too knowledgeable on that. She does look great though. She's got like an open vest there. Open jacket, I guess. Does have the ripped stocking effect going on there. Not bad. Does have a nice rocker ankle. Looks like the boot and the separate. She does twist at the ankle at the top as well. Yeah, she's not bad. Looks like, yeah, she does come apart. Like she's got that diaphragm crunch, the ab crunch, but her jacket's kind of holding her back from doing that. But she still can get a lot. You still get a lot out of it. Looks like the jacket shoulders are sculpted right on. Not bad. She does have a really nice face. Her eyes, lips, and everything are painted really well. See how that's coming in for you. Yeah, not the best. Sorry about that. Maybe it's my light. Maybe if I turn my light a little. Oh, there you go. That's better. But yeah, she's nice. She's nice. Let's get this helmet on her. Yeah, she was 35 bucks. She was from Pia Club. Came right away. There was one other female that was the same price. I may end up getting her. Oh, okay, so the helmet does not go over the head. It looks like you have to swap out the head. And the head just popped off. And the helmet popped on. There she is with the helmet. Almost looks a bit like a tank driver helmet. She does have the ball hinge at the jaw or the neck, and then also at the collarbone, which is nice. Helmet looks a little big to me. I'm not sure how that looks to you guys. Looks a little big. Overall, she's nice. She's a nice figure. I just need to heat up. I can't get her in too many poses right now because of those. Her knees are so tight. But she's cool. You know, she's different. Besides, I think like, well, no, I guess I do have a few Joy Toy, the Dark Sources females now. I was gonna say I really only have a few Star Wars and a few G.I. Joes, Scarlets and Lady J's, Baroness. So she's gonna fit right in. It'll be interesting to compare her to them. Acid Rain is a true 1/18 scale, more than the 3.75. So she might look a little out of place next to those other girls, but we'll see. But I like her overall. She's got a lot of pouches. Looks like she's got a workable holster and even a knife scabbard there on the back. We'll gear her up. Maybe we'll put the helmet back on. We'll put all her gear in her pockets and give her her shotgun. See how she looks. But overall, I like her. I still think, you know, for 35 bucks, that's a pretty good deal for a Acid Rain figure. That's about as good as you're gonna get. It is a bit hard to swallow, but that's what you've got to pay for. I do think, you know, Acid Rain is sort of the top of the food chain when it comes to 118. I know they're being challenged a lot by Joy Toy, and I've heard a lot of good things about Planet Green Valley, but for my money so far, from what I've gotten, I still think Acid Rain is probably #1. But they are being challenged, and you know, challenged every day by Joy Toy. And one of these days, I'll get my hand on a Planet Green Valley figure. But until then, I think the Acid Rain is pretty tops for me. But yeah, she looks great. Let me turn the camera around. We'll do some comparisons, and then we'll do some photos. I think she's going to look really nice with my Kylo and a few of the little army builds that I have. So we'll be right back, guys. Okay, very quickly, here is a size comparison. I tried to get as many females and different lines as I could, just to kind of show you. So what we have here is a couple Star Wars Vintage Collection figures. This Val figure is even small for a Vintage Collection figure. She's really tiny. You can see Shea just towers above most of them. Here's a couple of G.I. Joes. This is the most recent Lady J from the Walmart line, and she's quite a bit bigger too. There's a Hiya Toys Wonder Woman, a Marvel Universe Psylocke, Spin Master Batgirl, and this is also a Marvel Universe Jane Foster as Thor, and she is actually the only one who is bigger than Shea. Now, the height is not really what I think is sort of throwing off the scale here. It's the size of her head. It's not, you know, in real life, most people are, you know, taller or shorter or thinner or bigger than others, but typically, you know, our heads are pretty much all within a certain size. And besides the Jane, the Thor, her head is just much, much bigger. So it doesn't quite work out. But it's still, I think, in a photo, with different perspectives, you know, something closer to the camera, something farther away, it would work. But just side by side like this, or back to back, so to speak, they do look like they're out of scale. The Spin Master and the Star Wars tend to be more 375, and it seems like the Joes lately And obviously the Marvel Universe have gone towards the full 118, which I didn't really realize until recently. I did always think that mostly they were all 375, but it does look like they are different. And it's just, so slightly, but it's enough that you do notice it. The Hiya Toys looks like it's actually more 375 than I remembered. I thought they were more at 118, but it does look like they're closer to the 375 scale. But this was just a quick size comparison. I just wanted to show you. When I was digging all these figures out, I didn't realize how many females I actually do have in all these different lines. But this Shea is, I think, only my second Acid Rain World female. So I have tons of females in different lines, DC, Marvel, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, but only two Acid Rain females. And I should have grabbed a Joy Toy. I just realized I missed a Joy Toy. I do have several of those, the Dark Sources, the girls. I should have grabbed one, but maybe next time. All right, and here, just for the sake of it, there is a Joy Toy there on the left, and a Boss Fight Studio Court of the Dead figure on the right. And these do match up much better. And I guess you could say that the Acid Rain figure, as a more premium 118 scale figure, matches up better with other premium 118 scale figures. And I'll say the Boss Fight Studio Court of the Dead girl here and this Joy Toy Dark Sources, Joy Toy and Boss Fight are a little more comparable to Acid Rain, though I still think, Acid Rain is the top of the food chain. These two do match up much better with her. But again, her head, the size of her head is a bit large. And even her shoulders, she's a little bit more broader in the shoulder. But the height-wise, I think it matches up much, much better. And these three together do look like they could be, in the same place. Obviously not the genres, but size-wise, they match up much better. Shea matches up much better with these two than she did with the last comparisons that I had. All right, guys, so overall, I really like this figure. I think she's a good deal considering how much Acid Rain figures cost. She's got the accessories. Her guns are awesome. The pistol's awesome. The helmet is great. Everything about her, I like it. She can carry all her weapons on her. She's got that nice knife there on the back. I would grab this one. I just think the only thing is her scale's a little bit strange when you match her up with other lines. But if you're just going to have her against other Acid Rain figures, you're not going to notice anything. Even against, if you match her up against other, lines, say Predators from Hiya, or, any of those G.I. Joes or Marvel Universe or anything, the DC stuff that I showed you. As long as you put it in perspective, you put something closer to the camera, something farther away, you use all the tricks that, photographers use, I don't think you'll be able to notice. So I can recommend her. I think she's a good deal. If you grab her, let me know. Let me know what you think. And let's take some photos now. I think she's going to be really cool to photograph. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by, guys.